Please permit me to begin my remarks with a joke. Johnny's teacher asked him a simple math question. Johnny, if the price of coal is $6 a ton and you pay $24, how many tons of coal will your dealer bring you? A little over 3 tons, ma'am, Johnny answers promptly. Well, Johnny, that isn't right, said the teacher. No, ma'am, I know it ain't, said Johnny, but they all do it. When I was a child, I remember being perplexed by a word that my parents would exhort me to aspire to. I was confused by this word because it seemed to have so many contradictory meanings that I was never sure exactly what they meant when they urged me to attain its lofty goals. The word that so defied my ability to define was the Yiddish word Mentch. My parents would say, be a Mentch and clean up your room. From this I would deduce that a Mentch is a creature in possession of a tidy room. Then they would tell me, be a Mentch and play nicely with your brother, and my hypothesis would be shattered. As a teenager, my grandmother began telling me that without a university degree, you're nish kein Mentch, and boy was I confused. As I got older still, I realized that it's not merely having a clean room, avoiding a fight with your brother, or academic credentials that make you a Mentch. I finally understood that to be a Mentch is really much more, and it is a very worthy goal to pursue. The rabbis in the Talmud maintain that when a person is brought into the next world for judgment, the first question the heavenly court will ask him is, were you honest? The second question is, did you set aside time for study? This shows us that in Judaism, good character is more important than scholarship. Furthermore, it's interesting to note that the word tzedek, righteousness, occurs in the Torah many more times than the word for learning, and the word lev, heart, many more times than the word for brains. From this we see that the Torah agrees that being righteous and having a good heart, in other words, being a mensch, are worthy goals. So how do we attain this lofty goal? The truth is that everyone has the potential to be a mensch. Becoming a mensch involves developing the goodness that is present in each and every one of us. We can do this by practicing kindness and by acting in accord with our innermost values. This implies that no matter what the circumstance of our life have been until this point, no matter what challenges we have faced, we can all rise to the ideal of menschlichkeit by activating the reservoir of goodness that lies within us. A great violinist was about to perform before a packed audience. He walked out onto the stage to a resounding ovation and suddenly realized that something was horribly wrong. He had someone else's violin in his hand. Resigning himself to the fact that there was nothing he could do about it, he began to play. That day, he gave the performance of his life. After the concert, the violinist reflected on his recital. "Today, I learned the most important lesson of my career," he said. "I always thought that the music was in the violin, but today I learned that the music is in me." It's not the external factors that make us into a mensch. It's not the degrees or the environment or the house we were raised in. Menschlichkeit is cultivated from within. Being a mensch is knowing that even though others do it, it doesn't make it right. Being a mensch involves tapping into our inner strength and character and living a life of integrity, inner values, and self-worth. The American essayist Ralph Waldo Emerson said it well when he reminded us that what lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us.